I was really young when I discovered Pokemon because my older brother was really into it, who's 5 years older than me. And I probably stopped around the age of like 13 or 14 when I started going to high school and having other things to do besides playing video games.
I discovered Pokemon at a pretty young age because I had older brothers that were into it and cousins and stuff like that. And then throughout the years, I kind of got more interested in the video games while they liked the card games, and still, whenever a new game comes out, I always get it and play it.
When recording this interview, I discovered that my friend and I had lots of similarities in our past with Pokemon, which is to be expected when it's coming from someone with a very similar lifestyle and background. While the differences are few, it does seem to have an impact on how we view Pokemon now and how it's incorporated into our lives.
They like Pokemon because it was something me and my brother could bond over and just something that got a lot of our cousins talking and playing together. But they definitely didn't like it when it interfered with like paying attention to something or dinner.
My parents didn't really care one way or another. It was just one of the new things that me and my brothers were all into, and
While we were both very group-orientated in our play, it seemed she favored the TV and movie aspect more, while my friends and I enjoyed the games themselves more.
Most of the time when I was playing Pokemon with people, we would either be watching the movies or TV shows, or we would be playing the game together.
So we would mostly play, I had Pokemon for the N64, and we would play Pokemon Stadium, and mostly just play the mini games together. And then when we got older and Pokemon Go came out and became a big thing, we would drive around town or walk around the neighborhood and try and collect Pokemon.
Overall, I felt that we had very similar backgrounds in the ways that we enjoyed Pokemon and why we enjoyed it. It seemed that we both took interest from our older brothers, and we loved watching them play it and see how much they enjoyed it, even if they didn't enjoy having us around all the time.
Because my brother and a lot of my cousins were older than me, there were definitely times that I felt excluded because there was such a large age gap. They would mostly be playing the card games, and I'd never really learned how to play those, and I just couldn't even join in if I wanted to.
The most rejection I would say would be from my brothers because they were older and they played the cards more than I did, and they would only want to play the video game together, not with their younger sister, and so mainly I was just rejected by them.
Seeing as we both grew up in the same town with the same lifestyle, it makes sense that we encountered many similarities. However, I think the key difference is how we continue to see Pokemon. While my friend has more or less grown out of the fad passed down by her older brother, it's something my brothers and I still enjoy to this day. We all get the games at Christmas, and it still pops up every so often in conversation. I think it's interesting how Pokemon can form an everlasting bond between siblings, or simply blend in with the many obsessions during one's adolescence.
When I think about how much I played Pokemon as a kid, it definitely brings back a feeling of nostalgia.
It's mostly nostalgia. It's mostly fondly looking back on playing with my brothers and playing with friends. But also a little bit embarrassment. I dressed up as Pikachu one year, and it wasn't cute. I'm gonna cut this out.
It wasn't cute.